Good early afternoon, everyone. T-Speak 222 XRP Future Millionaire with the side bet on XLM and Future Digibite OG. So as you know, it's 3:57 p.m. on the Eastern Standard Time on the East Coast. I apologize, I'm a little sick. I'm congested and it's been cold out here, so my throat's a little, but my throat doesn't hurt. But I definitely lost my voice a little bit here, so you guys are just going to have to bear with me. I do appreciate the continued support. It's been spectacular. It helps when things are going as predicted, obviously. So we have a lot to talk about. So I want to talk about this first, do a little bit of what's going on for everybody who might be new to XRP, show you some of these on here, and show you just a few things. I like to read through this. So Ripple price analysis, XRP crashes 15%. Will $1 hold? Following a broader market correction, XRP's price now sits at the important psychological level of $1. Key support level $1.96, which I think 93 cents is the real support there. Key resistance 106 and 120, which again 108 and 123 I think is more, but it's within the, it's close enough. That is its support level. XRP's price has broken below the descending triangle and has found support on the $1 trend line after a sharp wick to 95 cents. Today's market decided to punish the leverage longs, and most altcoins decreased by double digits. XRP is no exception, experienced a 15% drop, which quickly recovered just above $1 at the time of this writing. Considering that XRP broke below the blue triangle, the previous support at $1.06 has turned into resistance, and XRP has pushed above that level to get back on the uptrend. The support at $1 is holding, and it is important to see how today's daily candle closes. If it closes under $1, then XRP may enter a short-term bearish trend. The technical indicators, trading volume. The volume on this drop was significant, indicating many leverage longs have been wiped out. When volume increases on a price drop, that shows strength on the bear side. RSI quickly found the oversold territory on the 4-hour time frame. This indicates that the bulk of the correction has taken place, and any future drops can see less volatility, as selling at this point might not be the best trade. Sharp reversal and bearish crossover on the MACD on the 4-hour time frame. This price action has amplified the bearish signal on the daily MACD, unlikely for XRP to return back on the uptrend in the near future. Bias. The short-term bias is bearish. This has to be reassessed once today's daily candle closes. A firm close below $1 would put XRP on a path towards lower levels. Short-term prediction for XRP price. It's best to wait for the price action volatility to fade before taking a position. In the near future, the XRP price might bounce around the $1 level and may provide good entry opportunities around the upper 90 cent level where the local support is found. So we're going to have to wait and see, but I wanted to read that article to you real quick. Thank you for sticking around, but it gives you all the key facts. Like I said yesterday, we had support at 108, 106, 1017. Thank you very much. 1017. And 92.6 is the lower level that we talked about from the previous drop to the double bottom. We had resistance at 113, 116, 118, 123. I knew that it was a lot to put in there, but you guys needed to see exactly what we were dealing with, and we played within all these levels. I drew this out a while ago, and you can see it on the daily, to show that we were going to have an inverted, that kind of pattern. I think we can bounce from that range, but we also have to see what happens here, because we had an engulfing candle during the day yesterday, and it really set things up. And now it's setting the tone, because that went right into, I might as well just had it out there for it to be caught. It looked ridiculous when I drew this out. I understand that, and I told everybody, because this started over here, and we're basically to where it's supposed to, hey, it was already supposed to come down, and we're way over here. We're 3/4 through my pattern, and it's just going through it. But I told you guys, this needs to set up in a certain way. So, most important takeaways from right now The $1.01, 1017, we must stay over it. Anything under $1 on the daily close, we're very bearish. If we close at 99 cents or 98 or 96, that doesn't tickle my fancy. But if you see XRP close at that 92 cents, 90 cents, that would indicate a bigger push. What I personally think is going to happen when you start to see things like this, there's two things. One, we can simply flush back down to this range and double bottom. Two, this could be the double bottom on the drop minus the wick, and we will simply start pulling back up, showing strength. So what we're looking for in the immediate short term in the next 3 hours and 57 minutes is for us to close above the $1.07 mark. A daily close over $1.07 still allows us to close over that $1.01 support, yet keeping us above $1 and just having nothing more than a wick down. If we close the daily at 1017, we have hope to have a reversal to come back up and retest $1.08. Possibly only though, because like I said before this drop, we had that $1.06 area, which is why I like it, or not 106, it was like 105. I guess we could go there in the 45, but I don't really want to go way up there. Yeah, we have to. Because the 106 is actually a really heavy resistance. I'm going to go 106.5 like I had it. But I think 106, because then we could trade in between there. So it goes as follows. If we can hold $1017 on the daily close, we can make a push back up towards $1.06. If we can break $1.06, we will now have to go through $1.08 resistance, $1.10 resistance, $1.13 resistance to have any kind of chance of breaking this back up. Before yesterday, or before today, we were using $1.10, $1.08, and $1.06 as resist or support, and it would quickly pull back up over $1.10. Now today, we can't even pull over $1.06, and we're using $1.01 as the straddle line of the resistance support right now. So if we fall through this, our next logical support to me, so we have support, and I'm using the 93, we're going to use the 92.6 because that's where we fell all the way down to. We have a last chance to hold this at 99 cents. So there's not much here, guys. If we fall through this, it would come through. But I expect us to try to hold the $1.01 level on the daily close today. If not, we're going to have a very big fall. XLM, we fell through the 35 cents. I talked about this extensively yesterday, that if we fell through, it was going to be brutal. We talked about the 30 cents, I just don't have it on here, but 35.1 was that key part. And we came all the way down from almost 39 cents in one day, few hours. And like I kept saying how dangerous, unless you're on the money and you have your plan set up, it's so dangerous. XLM literally fell over 20% in a matter of hours. Not very many people would have held out and held for a hold. Most people are now out of the market. We simply cannot let this happen, and we must stay one step ahead when it comes to our support resistance. That's why I constantly call out the numbers so that you guys can see exactly what's going on. If XLM wants to fix this, it's going to have to come over the 351 support. The daily close right now holding at, where are we at, 33 cent support. This is fine if we hold over, well, 33, I think this was the 336 spot. And this was 315, I believe. But now it fell down here so we can use that. But if we can hold the 336, we can try to make a push to 351, but it's going to be tough now. Now we've got obvious support resistance levels that open back up on us. Now we've got to get past 351 and 374 just to get back up to 39. So the immediate resistance would be 351, 374. The immediate support we're on at 336. And then if we fall through this, likely we're going to come down. We'll put it to 33 cents just so that we can, we'll do the 331. So 331 support, and then 317 0.03. If we fall through that, it's a long fall to 25 cents and then further. I've got this happening in many different ways. I knew this was going to get rejected there because, like I said, from the beginning, a lot of YouTube is simply putting this out and they're misunderstanding the chart. I'm not blaming anybody on YouTube. It's a very difficult thing to read. But they're misinterpreting this symmetrical triangle in the daily as such. And they're wrong. They say that this is resistance, support, support. And then it's supposed to come back up here at some point. Well, I said it invalidated when we hit resistance, resistance, support, support, resistance, resistance, support, resistance. So I didn't believe it was going to come all the way up to here. I thought we could get a shot up here to 42 or 43 cents, which we actually did on a candle wick. But I thought it would quickly get pulled back down. And I think we have to come back down to at least 25 cents before we have any kind of significant bounce with XLM. That's just my interpretation. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But it's just like with XRP. I believe at some point we're going to have to get back down to these levels. And then you would have a 40% gain just to get back up to 34 cents. Much like XRP, I believe, if this doesn't hold, but we haven't broke this all yet. Like, this is how my stuff gets used. We're down below it all. Even the stuff we could use the uptrend, but we can pull back up. It's not over yet. Then it can simply start trading between this. There's a reason I drew these up the way I did. There's also a reason why you can see a distinct bounce up and then a kick back down in this area, because that's exactly what could happen. And then you could simply have something like this with these two arrows, and you can start to draw and use these as it comes through, because I'm putting these in strategic spots. Because if it follows these, we know it's going through. I don't use a lot of indicators. I simply use my abilities that I've taught myself. The one thing I don't want to do is rely on indicators. I would rather be able to do it in the moment. It's no different than me going somewhere else, having it automated, and then I lose, the ability with my skills. I would much rather just use my simple moving average, my SMA 21 close. Gives us a nice holographic vision, and then my volume. So I hope this update helps. Pay very close attention. And once again, thank you for the unbelievably tremendous support. I encourage you to join Tom's Army at $9.99 a month. If you join Tom's Army, you get one free or two two extra updates a day to go with the 3 free updates that I put out for everybody. And I say free because that's content for everybody to enjoy on YouTube. That the dedication from the 155 members of Tom's Army allows me to put it out continuously for free, with no advertisements, no paid promotions, and that's the way I want to do it, for the people, by the people. With your generous support, though, I must go above and beyond, so I do 1 to 2 extra updates a day, guaranteed, in the private section of the members-only area. So bear with me today, as I'm a little under the weather, but I promise to continue to put Tom's Army first. Hashtag Tom's Army against the world. Hashtag be better, do better.